This brand new survival game sees us venturing into an unknown and uncharted alien planet filled with wonder and peril. Now, the thing that caught my eye about this game is the extremely unique crafting and building mechanics. We'll be able to build all sorts of weird and wonderful things, including vehicles. Now, this game is called The Signal. If you are a fan of survival games, subscribe to the channel, drop a like in the video, and stick around for much more survival content. We have plenty of stuff to come over the next few weeks, and on our second channel have a whole load of Bethesda content, so feel free to check that out. Now, The Signal. It was recently announced with this trailer here in the background. It's developed and published by Goosebite, and we don't have a release date yet. It will be coming to early access on PC. There is no rough date as of yet, but early access still relatively cool, and it looks quite interesting. Now, they currently have a pre-alpha playtest which you can sign up for. Now that you'll only be able to sign up for this for the next few days. By the time this video goes out, you'll have about 2 days left. So the sign-ups will end on the 11th of April. I haven't seen a time of when they will end, but the link is in the description down below. They've currently got around about 400 to 500 people signed up. So definitely check that out. Hopefully being in for a chance to get in. Now, The Signal will see us venturing into an unknown and uncharted alien planet filled with wonder and peril. We'll explore and survive by leveraging your creativity to craft infrastructure, equipment, and vehicles of your own designs. We will be awakening a dormant secret of a one-of-a-kind planet in an expedition of 1 to 16 players. The game is single-player and online co-op. It's not PvP, it is co-op, so you'll be playing together, and it has full controller support. And with this one, the developers recommend using a controller, which is something I've not seen before on the Steam page. Maybe I don't look there enough, but I've never noticed that before. Now, the basic premise of the storyline is humans have abandoned Earth in search of a new home, and we are now climate refugees that are venturing into the unknown on an uncharted alien planet filled with wonder and peril. As we've seen by some of the trailers, there's some pretty awesome sort of animals, or aliens, shall we say. Don't think any of them look like they're enemies, but they do look really, really cool. Now, the key to your survival on this planet is to understand the ecosystem as we discover different things to invent new infrastructure, equipment, and vehicles that we're going to need to progress along this alien planet. There'll also be cryptic patterns that are around you that tie into the ecosystem and link ancient relics together, and we'll be delving deeper into the planet to unravel its secrets and determine the fate on this captivating new world. One of the big points of this game is going to be exploration. There are going to be many biomes to explore, such as tranquil glades, peaceful meadows, rolling hills, damp muskegs, wind-sheared canyons, molten lava fields, and frigid tundras. We'll be able to scan the flora, fauna, and geological and alien landmarks to understand the environment around us and how they will benefit us. Studying the patterns that emerge in those items and the surroundings, and how they react to your presence, are a key to the advancement of your expedition on the planet. So as we're going to progress through the planet, things are going to change a little bit, and hopefully, judging by that, things will adapt to the player being in an environment. So depending on where you want to set up, the biome and things around it may change around you. Now, as you can see here, this is the building section, and this was one of the things, well, this was the main thing that caught my attention to this game. The actual building menu and the system and how the building works looks insane. Now, it says here that we have the Cortex OS, and we will be able to create bespoke designs for vehicles, equipment, and infrastructure whilst leveraging the creativity in a safe virtual workshop. From a small handheld scanner to massive canyon-spanning bridges, your inventions and blueprints can be shared and iterated on by members of your expedition. Success on the planet is determined by your ability to engineer and materialize solutions to the challenges you encounter, so gather and use your resources wisely. So as we can see here, the virtual sort of build system looks really, really intricate and really detailed. I absolutely love how we're going to be able to build vehicles from it. That was one of the main things that really, really caught my attention and has got me slightly excited and a little bit aroused. I love it. It's different. It's something that I've not seen before. Being able to build this, it reminds me of an old mobile game that I used to be absolutely obsessed with. where you'd be able to build your sort of go-kart, and you'd have to go across tracks and do different things and bits and bobs. But you build it with certain modules. And seeing the building of the sort of buggy thing really reminded me of that. And yet, mobile games, some of them are pretty crap, but this one was pretty damn good. But having the ability to sort of build our own vehicles and have massive blueprints that we can build and see come together in that handheld sort of build system, and that's really, really cool. How that's going to work is yet to be seen. I could be wrong, but it does look like it's a sort of blueprint system where we build the whole thing in a blueprint in our scanner, and then we place it on the terrain that we want it on. Now that is interesting, and I like that idea of being able to build it all before you place it down, and hopefully there is a way to sort of see it and visualize it in the land before you place it or before you commit all of your resources. Because being able to build something really, really cool in your inventory, I think, is awesome. But then being able to place it somewhere, your initial thoughts and ideas may not go together with the environment around it. So hopefully there's a way that we can do sort of both of those things at once. There is also a hint to ancient alien ruins. And could that mean that we'd be seeing ancient aliens? Who knows? The game is going to release in early access, as I've said, so whether we're going to see a sort of storyline at the start of that early access cycle, or whether it's going to be base function and storyline and things like that will come much later on. Hopefully, we find out a little bit more relatively soon. With this playtest coming up, I'm very excited to see where they go with that, whether we'll see any new information, and I hope that we do. Because this game is something a little bit different to the usual survival of chop a tree down and build a house. It looks different, and I like the idea of being on that alien planet. All the videos that we've seen so far of searching for the signal look really, really cool. And hopefully it pays off being a solo player as well as a group. Obviously, building is going to be a little bit slower. Gathering resources is always going to be a little bit slower. But hopefully it still feels nice and fluid as a solo player. We'll have to wait and see. But what do you guys think? Do you like the look of the signal? Are you excited for it? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, all the links for the signal are down in the description below. Their Discord, their playtest, all of that good stuff. So I would highly recommend checking that out if you want to know a little bit more and keep up to date with the game's progress. I will continue to cover this game. This is something that has really tickled my fancy, and I like the look of it. So when we do have more news, and we'll keep some videos going on the signal as it progresses and as we find out more. For now though, we're going to wrap that one up there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Subscribe to all the channels. Fondle all those buttons. All the links are down below. I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.